Like, oh my god.
Wait, what's complicated?
It's like it's like, you know those Russian nesting dolls whenever you.
Yeah, but I know, but what is complicated about like this is just a small part of something massive.
I don't know. This is insane.
This is not insane stuff.
Got it. All right, let's go.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's claim is quite simple. It is that the defeat and destruction of Argus is what actually led to the machinery of death breaking.
That's what I think it was
set
too.
The Arbiter dormant, of course, and it's one of the major issues that we're dealing with in the Shadowlands.
That's what it's got to be.
There is now a lot of evidence to support this, with a key piece being revealed in a Shadowlands cinematic. This also reinforces a few other links that Blizzard have made, well, a bit more directly clear in the lore, as well as a whole bunch of things that just happen to line up. So, that is the claim, next the evidence, and then the implications, what this all actually means for us.
Give us the evidence,
now,
Bellular.
if you would like to support our team, and of course get our November loot, which includes the bundle of art, this sticker, the Demon Hunter class pin, which looks real snazzy, and the also very snazzy 2020 edition of our channel logo pin, then hit up the Patreon. Over there we also do early access, behind-the-scenes content, our daily gaming news briefing, and suffice to say, there's a lot more coming. So,
Bellular does a lot of good
hope you enjoy the content. A big thank you for the support. It has been absolutely incredible. And with that said, let's go. This red energy caused the Arbiter to go dormant. And while the specific mechanics of this are not certain, the end result is absolutely clear. We have seen this color before though. Argus.
How is it not Argus? Like, that's one question I have. How is it not Argus? Like, there's no other character that it could possibly be beside. It's not Xavius, man. Xavius is a fucking elf. Xavius is not, it's not Xavius, okay? It might be Ragnaros. No, like, when's the last time you saw a fire elemental? Actually, I think there are fire elementals in Shadowlands. There's no way it was Ragnaros. Like, there's only one character that I think would be impactful enough, and it would have to fucking be, Argus, man. I could not imagine any other character besides that.
When he's first summoned, he actually is red, and more importantly, red is the color that he turns when his mythic phase begins. Simply put, Argus is red. The Arbiter gets hit by a big bit of red. And we know that that is what sent the Arbiter dormant. We also know the Arbiter went dormant after Ursoc and Ysera died, and before the War of Thorns started. So, could it have indeed been Argus that caused it?
It had to have been.
This is one piece of evidence, and there's a little bit more to the red bit that we'll get to later, but of course, we need to dive into the rest.
The Titan of Death.
Just like how Aeonar is the Titan of Life, Argus is the Titan of Death. The game files literally call him Death Titan. He also uses a big scythe, which is a bit in the nose, Grim Reaper of course, and many of his abilities reference souls. Indeed, on the PTR of patch 7.3, one of them was even called Grasp of the Death Titan.
It cannot be Gul'dan. Gul'dan is an orc. Nobody cares about Gul'dan. And logically, he died twice. So what the fuck does that mean? So wouldn't it have happened the first time? Why would it happen the second time and not the first time? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's
oh my god, dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
What if, Sargeras knew that we were gonna beat Argus, right? And he wanted to fuck with the Shadowlands to help the jailer. Because he knew that once we beat him, that he would be put in prison, right? And he couldn't do anything from there. So he knew that Argus would fuck up the Shadowlands real bad, and he's banking on the jailer to do some crazy shit, like pull a Hail Mary. How about that, huh? How about that?
That could be it. It's not kill Jaden, man. It's guaranteed not kill Jaden. Like, there is nobody. Like, you have to think, like, the Arbiter is like the fucking. This guy is like, or the Arbiter is like a big fucking deal. Like, the Arbiter is like on a Titan level. Like, I'm sorry, but like, here's the level. So like, there's Gul'dan. Gul'dan's on the floor, right? There's like Xavius. What was the other? Alex Xavius right here. Alex Straza, like probably about like right here. Hogger's on the floor too. Arthas is like fucking on the floor as well. Like, you gotta understand, Arbiter's a big fucking deal. It's like it's like omnisciently powerful. It can understand like everything that happened everywhere. It's omnisciently powerful. There is no way that it's not Argus. It has to be.
So yes, Argus, he is the Titan of Death.
Yeah.
The Shadowlands Epic Edition gave us another direct connection, for the vestments of the Eternal Traveler Transmogrification set directly match Argus's aesthetic, and indeed they are a set match for his scythe. Now this is also the same visual identity of the Arbiter. Now these vestments are given to us by a group called the Eternal Travelers, and if you look at them, they bear the mark of Oribos. So yes, this is somewhat, I think rather clearly, tying Argus to Oribos. By this stage in our...
Do you remember, McConnell, whenever Pyromancer did the video where he said that you had to worry a lot if the red dot in the sky disappeared?
Yeah.
That was Argus's soul, and it disappeared.
No, you can go to Storm right now. It's there.
It's still there?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Nah.
Through the evidence, you must be wondering how a Titan, a being of order, could be tied to the realm of death and actually have a link there. Well, this is where another connection has been found.
Okay.
The Winter Queen refers to Ysera as her sister's pet. Now, this could be referring to Elune.
It has to be Elune.
But it also could refer to Eonar, the Titan of Life. Or it was Eonar who uplifted Ysera to be a dragon aspect. So it would stand to reason that Ysera could be described as her pet. Indeed, a pet kind of implies a little bit of subservience and stuff like that.
It's gotta be Elune.
And Ysera was very much created in her dragon aspect form from who she was previously to fulfill a purpose on Azeroth for Eonar the Lifebinder, who perhaps could be a sister of the Winter Queen. Now,
how does that even make any fucking sense?
Who's more powerful, Elune or Eonar?
I would assume Elune.
Well, that has to be it has to be Eonar's pet then, because like there's like if Elune is that powerful, then there's no way they would just like we've already seen Titans, right? So it's not a big deal to introduce like the Winter Queen into our our realm of existence, right? But a being on the level of fucking Elune, we haven't seen, right? Except for, wait, is there anybody?
No.
Who's on the level of Elune, chat? Is there anybody that we've seen?
The Eternals? These are the Eternals. Like the Winter Queen and like the Archon, those are the Eternals. The Jailer? I don't think the Jailer is...
Wait, I missed the scene, but does the Winter Queen and all these other people answer to the Arbiter? Like the Arbiter is the boss?
I feel
Oribos,
like
right?
So look at the what's the Arbiter's name? It's Karathrisra, whatever, the firstborn, right?
Yeah. No, that's Kyrian.
Yeah. Isn't she the Arbiter?
What? No, that's just the Kyrian leader.
Yeah, that's the Archon. Yeah, that is the Archon.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the fucking Arbiter.
She's the Archon. Well, what I'm saying, not the Arbiter. No, what I mean is that...
No, what I'm asking is if the Winter Queen, the Archon, Prince Renethel, and that
what
other
I'm saying
dude, like,
is that
those people answer to the Arbiter, right?
My theory is that the Archon, the Winter Queen, Denathrius are like children of the Arbiter. I think that could be true. I don't know. I think that could be true.
Well, if that's the case,
what
if Elune, or what if the Arbiter is on Elune's level of power?
Maybe. Holy fuck, this is complicated. Holy fuck. The first ones created them? Okay, let's go a bit farther.
If this actually is the case, then there being a connection between the Titan of Death and the Arbiter certainly wouldn't be absurd. And just generally speaking, I mean, come on. Compare the Titan architecture to that of the first ones. The first ones, of course, are the group who created the Waystone that we find in the Maw, as well as Oribos itself. They set up the purpose, the guiding set of principles, the religion, really, of Oribos' denizens. And yeah, those aesthetics are highly similar. And based on my read of the lore, I am leaning towards the first ones coming before the Titans and the Death Pantheon of the Shadowlands, essentially being some sort of precursor bunch of gods who set up the cosmos in the way that we find it with its various systems.
That's what I would assume.
Now, this is a connection that is furthered by none other than yourself. Your character is able to leave the Maw by interacting with a Waystone created by the first ones. And this is because of a very unique thing to you, your connection to Azeroth. Of course, the heart of Azeroth in BFA.
Okay.
Now, it's your connection to Azeroth, this Titan, that grants you special influence over that which was created by the first ones. If that is the case, and that's your connection to a Titan, then surely the Titan of Death being destroyed can have an impact on the realm of death.
Obviously.
And I say destroyed
100%
because
obviously.
Aman'Thul claims to have used the last of Argus's energy
like
to bind Sargeras.
Yeah.
So I imagine perhaps that's him totally gone, and maybe it's not a situation where Argus is cast back to the plane of order like one would expect. Clearly, though, there are links between the Titans and the Shadowlands that are extremely deep. That much is for certain.
Well, there has to be, right? I mean, especially with the Winter Queen dialogue. I mean, there's got to be some sort of like overlap there. So they have to know of each other. It's not like they're not interconnected. Wait, Ogmont the Mad?
Wait, what? That's the dude in fucking Silithus,
yeah,
right?
it's the ogre with like the book.
Yeah, he's just some random fucking dude. Like, what the hell?
It's a random ogre. What, is this guy gonna herald the end of the universe here?
Who gives a shit?
It's got the journal.
Just play it.
While dealing with the implications of Sargeras' final act, we came upon the Dream Journal of Ogmont.
There it is.
Ogmont was a Twilight cultist, a being heavily aligned with the Void.
Right.
And to get some color on what that could potentially mean, take a listen to our enactment of Denathrius' spy book and what it has to say about the Void.
Okay, here we go.
The Void Lords all but welcome us with open arms. They are so preoccupied with their 1,000 truths that they ignore the lies we sow in their very midst.
Oh, shit.
Yes, while the Void may not be ideal at distinguishing from potential future realities, well, I think if you look at Ogmont's Dream Journal overall, it essentially did call the events of the Battle for Azeroth expansion, and indeed how they also tied into Shadowlands, even including how Sylvanas purposefully caused as much death as she could. So it does that, and it also had this line. They talk and talk about Argus, about the one that got wakened, about great victory that our enemy didn't even notice.
So that could have been his soul. That's what it could have fucking been, dude. They talk. Yeah, they talk about it and they talk about it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really reading that out in ogre speak, but you get the gist. The victory that went unnoticed. That, of course, is when Argus died. When Argus died, there was something else going on, and we didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Now, at this stage, whenever we killed Argus, Sylvanas was fully on side with the jailer. After all, Muzala had placed her on the throne by whispering into the ears, of course, of the dying Vol'jin. He was doing that for the jailer. And, of course, Sylvanas then later worked with Halia. And we know what she did.
Jesus.
This victory that went unnoticed very well may have actually been the deactivation of the Arbiter, as that could have been caused by the destruction of Argus, as I think becomes more and more likely as you go through the evidence as presented in this video.
What the fuck?
Now, the Arbiter going dormant is what allowed Sylvanas to actually begin working on the other things that are literally mentioned in Ogmont's journal.
Okay.
And yeah,
What's
it is
in the
true that
journal?
at that time we did not notice what her full plan was. What
It's
the full
gotta be
implications
Argus,
of
man.
Argus's death.
It's
was.
gotta be.
Also, when we found Varamathras in Antorus,
this
he
guy.
taunted us for not knowing what was going on, saying that, well, Sylvanas was actually very, very evil indeed, and that there is darkness in our midst. And we thought that was maybe that Sylvanas wanted to wage a big war to win and wipe out the Alliance. But no, we must remember that Varamathras is, I suppose was, a Dreadlord. And there is clear evidence that his kind are all of Denathrius. And of course...
See, that's what's so weird, is like... So the Dreadlords all come from Denathrius, I guess. Christian Moral Plane is no longer the Azerite necklace. That's what's so crazy about it. This is too confusing. I think...
Listen, man.
Go ahead.
We're forgetting something big.
Okay.
Something that might explain what the fuck is going on, okay?
Okay.
Remember in the fucking video when Uther got fucking cut in half and his soul, like half his soul went to the Shadowlands and the other half like did whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
Where'd the other half go? Where did the other half go? Where? Is there another plane of existence out there that has more gods?
They
and
said
more
it went
fucking...
into Frostmourne, and then whenever you broke the soul...
No, dude. No, I'm telling you. There was two parts, and one went into the Shadowlands, and one fucked off somewhere.
Okay, I don't know about that, man. It literally, that's why he's an IC. Yeah, I think that's why. There's no way. I think you've got to be trolling, man. There's no fucking way.
I'm just saying, think about it.
All right, I'll think about it.
Therefore, working for the cosmic force of death, as Denathrius very much confirms he is in the Shadowlands. Again, check out this video. It's where you just heard some voice acting from earlier on in this video, and it really is essential reading for the modern
And
lore.
we watched this video. We saw this.
Okay, we went through the evidence. Let's talk about the implications. And it really is simple, right? That there is a deep connection between the Titans and Shadowlands, and that an aspect of that involves the Arbiter, and that it's deeper than we would have thought. Given this, the connection between the player, you know, Azeroth and the Malway Stone, and the clear aesthetic similarities, I think it's very clear that there was a whole bunch going on here, a lot for us to look into.
Yeah, I would say so.
The specifics are obviously impossible to know right now.
Yeah.
We're very early into this expansion, though I do believe that, yes, the first ones went around ordering the place. That sounds like a very Titanic thing to do, but we know that the Titan stuff looks like a more sleek and modern version of the first one's stuff, right? And
It
there's
does
likely
seem that way, yeah.
a connection between, say, the Winter Queen and Aenar, which would maybe put the Winter Queen and Aenar in the sort of same generation of cosmic beings of great importance.
That's what would make sense, yeah.
It's also extremely plausible that the Red of Argus and the Red that took out the Arbiter are the same thing, given that the Arbiter is extremely important in how death has been set up in the Warcraft universe by this group called the First Ones, and that this group called the First Ones probably also made the Titans, and also made one of the Titans the Titan of Death. I mean...
Holy shit, this is complicated. Holy shit. Like, oh my god.
Wait, what's complicated?
It's like it's like, you know those Russian nesting dolls whenever you...
Yeah, but I know, but what is complicated about? Like, what are you confused about?
I don't know. It's just like you thought the Titans were in control of everything, and then now there's like this other group called the First Ones, and who are the First Ones? Like, what the fuck is that?
What do you mean? The First Ones made the Titans, obviously. We didn't know that. We had no idea, okay? I'm not trying to sound like Pyromancer over here, because I don't know shit, right?
Okay.
But I'm saying that I think the First Ones made the Titans, and I think they're interdimensional, like, hyper beings that can, like, fucking, you know, go from the Shadowlands to the, like, Azeroth to, like, whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
And they clearly made the Titans that we know. We think Asmongold is, like, the leader of the pack.
That's what he's
but
like.
Actually, he's like a peon. He's like a dirty peon.
What the fuck, man? That's what it could be. I don't know. This is insane.
This is not insane stuff. We have a Titan of life. We have a plane of life, right?
This is
we have
crazy.
a Titan of death. We have a plane of death.
Right.
Yes, there is order, but then there's also Order's kind of dude who's standing in for Death. And yes, sure, the Titans do have their own home plane of Order. That's essentially been confirmed by Blizzard developers and Q&As, but that obviously does not stop the Titans from, you know, maybe a Titan Death impacting the Shadowlands in the same way that I'm sure ENR can have great power over the, you know, over the Lifelands. Certainly,
right.
ENR, Emerald Dream, there'll be stuff going on there. Given that the Emerald Dream, a whole bunch of that, was modified by Freya. Freya, who is, of course, of ANR. Indeed, I also have got to wonder if this ties into why the Jailer is so interested in Azeroth's soul. What's special about it? We know it's some sort of special Titan. We don't know exactly why. I'm sure, of course, the Titan souls are of, you know, some use to the beings of the Shadowlands. Now, what exactly, you know, happened, though? What's the literal mechanics here? It's really hard to tell. I do have one, perhaps, crackpot theory. Right as he turned red, Sargeras says, "Behold the Legion's power." And, yes, Sargeras is probably the guy who turned him red by imbuing him with, I don't know, Sargeras energy, whatever that could be. Maybe
whatever
it's
the
Fel,
fuck it is.
even though Fel is usually green, but whatever. Let's just say it's red and it's Fel. Remember that. Now, when we are shown what happens to the Arbiter, this is said.
Okay, here we go.
In that dread moment, our perfect order was shattered.
So could it be that they're...
See, I feel like the perfect order, what the fuck is that? So that's got to be like that's the purpose, right, McConnell?
The purpose? The great purpose?
Yeah.
Listen, there's shit that I know that I can't really reveal yet for legal reasons. But all I'm going to say is that this is just a small part of something massive. Massive, huge.
Okay. All right. I see.
Perfect order was actually shattered by the corruption of the pantheon of orders being of death by Fel, and then of order actually shattered. So could it be that their perfect order was actually shattered by the corruption of the pantheon of orders being of death by Fel, and then that being shoved into the Shadowlands by some form of mechanism?
Jesus.
Could be. And I was always here.
Okay, got it.
My job here is to present
but I just said that.
lore theories, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do. There are a number of other things that could have done this, right? I mean, hey, could it have been Denathrius? Certainly could have been.
Way.
Now, that is unlikely. I think that he did it directly.
No way.
I mean, the red came in seemingly along with Souls.
Yeah.
Not from Revendreth. Still, though, he could have played a part in events. I mean, his agent, Lothraxion, literally was embedded within the Army of the Light, who are the group who, of course, spearheaded the assault on Argus. Now, that seems wild to you that Lothraxion is actually working for Death. Then once again, watch this video. It really is an important one. In fact, hey, I'll give you a teaser.
They savor nothing more than being proved right. So if they believe they have converted one of us to their precious light, they will trust that agent implicitly.
So, yeah, I mean, come on.
And that's
Lothraxion, maybe he's a shady dude.
100%.
Overall, though,
100%.
we can see here the Blizzard are doing
200%.
something, right? They are weaving the threads between the old lore of the Titans, the Dreadlords, the Dragon aspects, Elune, all of those things. They're weaving those threads into the new lore of the Death Pantheon, the Shadowlands, and the First Ones. This is likely but the beginning, and I'm very sure that this expansion will really reveal a lot as it unfolds.
What the fuck?
I think today's video makes the evidence clear that there are lots of connections here. The question remains, though, what will the conclusions be? What will the specific mechanics be?
This is insane.
Who knows? We probably won't find out for a little bit, but this evidence was obviously laid with intent, and I think it's going to matter quite a bit going forward. So there you go. That is
there's so
big
many
old
layers
injection
to
of
it.
lore, and
there's so many fucking layers
since
It's
Shadowlands
like an
came
onion.
out. Pretty damn exciting stuff, and hey, it's so exciting that it is, in fact, 6 minutes to 7 a.m. I'm doing this after doing a bunch of Mythic Dungeons with the boys. I am very tired, but hey, it's all exciting.
7 a.m.
So
Okay, there
that's
you go.
it for me. If you
He's
would like
on
to
my
support
schedule,
what we do,
my
also
old
get
schedule.
some sweet loot. Bam!
Not
The
anymore.
Patreon. That is the place to be, and there's a bunch of other cool stuff there as
Holy
well.
fuck,
Thank you
man.
for watching. And with that said, I'll see you next time.
This is just like, it's so
Where is Pyromancer?
It's so much, man. It's so fucking much. I don't even know what to say. It's too much lore. I know, man. It's crazy. I don't even know what to say. Let me read some of the comments and see what these comments say too, because like this is just so much. Let me see here. We all know that one way to mess up the Shadowlands was Hogger. Okay, it doesn't make sense. They said the Titans go somewhere else when they die. Yeah, but Blizzard said this in an interview many times. Yeah. Like, they do go somewhere else. The dev said that directly. They don't go to the Shadowlands. They go somewhere else, just like the old gods or demons. But what if they just retcon? What if they just change... Yeah, what if they just change the idea anyway? They're like, oh, yeah, this was the case, and now it's not the case anymore.
But what if something happened and, like...
Yeah.
Argus' soul, like, instead of going to wherever they're supposed to go, he went and fucked up the Shadowlands. What if that happened? You know? I'm telling you, Sargeras, he's not going to take it, you know, he's not going to take it in the ass. He's got a plan. Remember, he went, no.
Well, like, if he's saying no, then maybe he didn't have the, maybe it wasn't going according to plan, because if it was, he wouldn't be saying no.
Well, he obviously, you know, executed Order 66 or something like that.
I'll be right back. I have to take a piss. I'll read the rest of these in a minute. This is insane. Okay. Fuck! Ow! Ah! Jesus Christ! Fuck!
Self-harm. That's self-harm. He's getting reported. Banned.
Oh my God!
Somebody call the ambulance.
Ah! Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Let's move this away. I'll be right back.
What a day.